Alright, super dark mode memes. Let's go. Can't stand the bright lights in the eyes, man. Look at this shit. Look at how this lights up my face. This is insane. Probably not, smile. Alright. This goes over here, there. Twitter's okay. Might as well start off. So we'll start off today's morning podcast. I think we've talked to this a few times, but somebody brought it up. Just thought we'd, and this is also in the queue, so I thought we'd go over it again. And really, I'm a fan of comedy, so I really like to watch Intel get made a mockery of. Yeah. So this is AMD Ryzen 3000, and it is going to annihilate Intel's 12-core CPU at half the price, which feels really good, man. So this year on July 7th, they'll release this version of the core, or of the core of the CPU, right? You can be able to get 4.8 gigahertz on overclock on every one. So 12 core, 24 thread, 4.8 gigahertz. All right, this is $499 USD. Intel's same chip, all right, costs $1,200. I'll definitely wait for Threadripper, Wolfie. Don't worry. I will wait for Threadripper because obviously I have a Threadripper platform and I need that. But I still respect and enjoy watching this happen to Intel. It's good stuff. Yeah, so this line is incredibly important. 5 gigahertz is doable, but it's a challenge. Down here somewhere, they said they're gonna have a 5 gigahertz like anniversary edition of this chip, where all the clocks like are 5 gigahertz. You really think so? You don't think they would have been happy, but with like budget but worse? See, because now they're budget but better. That's the problem here, Ice Wolfie. The problem isn't that Intel is like catching up with them and they're like shaking. It's that they like with this CPU, as of right now, they've beaten them and for half the price. Right? That's the issue at hand. Because before, AMD was selling well simply because AMD was a budget option, slightly worse performance, but Intel could still claim, hey, we're faster than you, so, you know, buy our shit if you play video games or whatever. But this chip isn't even out. That's why I'm saying this beats them, though. This same part is half the price with more performance because they raised the IPC on their chips, and Intel hasn't announced anything. So as of July 7th, at like basically everything below 12 core 24 thread, you will never recommend an Intel chip. Because if you do, you're recommending the worst chip possible, and you're recommending something that's twice as expensive. At least twice as expensive. Sure, okay. Yeah, no, you're right. So Wolfie's saying that, you know, AMD doesn't ship as much, and let's see if they can do as much with this chip. And I agree. They're nowhere near the production capacity, and yeah. No, I got you. That makes sense. Honestly, like, if Intel is smart, which they haven't really been recently, they'll just lower the price of their chips to either the same or lower. If they're clever, that's what they'll do, but at twice the price right now, I can't see it happening. But this is still really huge progress, and I think the thing that's like most impressive is the TDP. I don't know if it's on here, but the power it consumes is nowhere near as much as the Intel part. They already do, yeah. Yeah, no, I know they can. 105 watts. What's the equivalent i9? So, Wolf is saying that you think they can't make a 10 nanometer part? Well, the problem is that they've announced 10 nanometer parts, but they're all laptop parts, and they're all low speed. Last I checked. It's the one above the 9900K. Right?
How do you think the music has changed since?
Last I checked.
Well, the music has changed a lot, you know.
Since 7920X, is
they
it?
ain't got no unity. You know, we had more love amongst each other when we were doing our stuff. You know, nowadays it's like they always say,
All right.
where there's plenty money, there's smoke, you know. And there's a lot of money in the business nowadays, and the artists them is fighting against each other.
Why can't I find it? 9920X. $165 watt versus 105 watt. So, but the motherboards require more power. So it's like not straight. It's not straight up like a direct comparison, because the motherboards require more power to do this. But here it is, like 105 watt versus 165 watt, 499 versus 1549. Well, that'll be like 12 something or 11 something. And slightly worse speeds. Well, same turbo boost, but it can't hit 5 gigahertz like this probably can. Yeah, so Wolfie says, honestly, most people that have an 8700K 2700X won't upgrade at all. And later won't upgrade at all. Platform kids are appealing though. Yeah, honestly, the PCIe 4 is huge. AMD is like really tying it all together here with this release, and we've gone over this before, but the fact that they've released PCIe 4 and then already announced a PCIe 4 graphics card and this PCIe 4 like memory, and then the fact that their CPUs will outperform Intel parts in this range, you know, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. They've really tied it all together with this. So there's like a really good reason to get into the AMD ecosystem. Oh no, I mean, an 8700K is still gonna kill it, Zadri, I agree, but not like this. This is some stupid shit. Yeah, if I were Intel, if you don't have something lined up for a year after this, like to beat this, don't believe the hype, mate. If this releases on July 7th, how can you not buy into the hype? How? How? It's not. I don't know. Like Intel had Computex to announce something, and they announced laptop CPUs. You wouldn't go for the first, but it's not really a new platform. I guess if you're talking about PCIe 4, yeah, I could. Okay, no, that's a fair. Okay. I mean, it's good to be cautious, but it's good to be cautious. Okay, let's move on though. All right, because we've already talked about this. I just love watching this happen. Because hopefully Intel actually like responds. I would like a 5 gigahertz boost clock, like 7 or 10 nanometer or whatever, to come out. But yeah, it's good. What's up, Bamwich? How you doing, dude? All right, we're out here. Just delete this shit. Delete. Oh, fucking MacBook Air. This was S rule, pretty sure. This is interesting. I've used this before or seen this before. So I wonder how you guys feel about this concept. This is interesting. Hello, Mark. So the way that this works is pretty much that you would like preload or earn like these tokens, right? But I think you would like preload your browser with like, let's say $10. And then it would just give like a small percentage every time you loaded like a web page. Like, 10% of a penny or something. Instead of having ads. How do you guys feel about this? I don't really think this concept would ever work because ads are just so ubiquitous. I think it could work. I just don't think that it really does. Like no one's gonna switch to this. So more my point. Okay, so Zaydri has no interest in this topic. So he asks, how long do you think till 16 gigabytes of RAM is going to be solid for gaming? Mate, I was watching a review just recently, and the guy was saying that, the guy was building a PC out of like one of those shit builds, like a Dell pre-built, and he built it. It came with 8, and he put in a like 16. And Doom loaded up 7 gigs of RAM. So 16 gigabytes is already there. If you build an 8 gigabyte gaming PC, you're already asking for it. So forget about the fact that it's Brave, right? Like, forget about the fact that it's Brave. Because really, in my mind, like when you watch an ad, you're trading a small chunk of your time. Like, not in browser ads, but like if you watch an ad, like a 20-second ad, you're trading a chunk of your time, right? For like, you're trading a chunk of your time for it's money essentially, right? Because your time is money if you were to be able to work at the time, right? So in this case, you would remove the ad and you would just give that portion of money, like whatever that 20 seconds is worth, to the website instead. And I think it's a more consistent income, right? No, I know you're not trying to troll me, dude. It's a good question, actually, because I think people ask a lot, like, what's the right amount of memory? And until yesterday, I wouldn't really have had an answer for you, but I actually do have an answer for you now. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I've gotten used to the concept of not having to pay for the internet. I suppose that's the general concern. Brave will fail. Yeah, maybe. Well, I don't think Brave as a browser will fail, because Brave doesn't earn any money off this, at least in my opinion, or my understanding. This is just a way to support. They're trying to change the way the internet works. I don't see Brave making money off this. Brave probably makes all their money off donations, like Firefox. Oh, so they want to pay you to view ads. Is that how that works? Intriguing. So this changes, like, this kind of makes the fact that like Firefox is now blocking ads built in, right? Interesting, because this is the guy who made Firefox. So they fork, like he forked Chrome, isn't it? How that worked? He forked Chromium. This is an interesting little piece. So Brave wants to double down and pay you to view ads to take some of the earnings, and then you can tip the sites that you're on with like these little, I'll call them Brave bucks. And then Mozilla's like, fuck you. We're just gonna block all the ads. Interesting. That changes the narrative. Alright, Hound, go ahead. Oh, I thought this is an interesting little case, by the way. If you're looking for a mini ITX, would I go into politics? Asks Hound. No, not like in the morning. No, this is my memes like podcast. Okay, here we're chilling. Oh, you can get. Bandwidth says you can get a Chromium Microsoft Edge. Interesting. So you can finally get extensions? As like a career? No. No. Why would I want to be paid to do nothing all day? Hey. No, why would I want to be paid to get nothing done all day? Come on. Let's be honest. Arguing is fun, okay? But if I want to get paid to do nothing, I'm going to stay right here. That's not true. I do a lot. No, I'm paid to keep you guys company. Fuck. All right. So this is a cool little case. Has a little handle, but it looks like it's super clean looking. I like the form factor on this thing. Let's see if we can get a YouTube video of it so I can show you guys. The Lian Li TU150. This looked dope. Yeah. So Lian Li has like, this is a case. By the way, so this case here on the right is actually two cases. You can like shrink it and it becomes vertical, or expand it because a horizontal case. It has two setups in like one case, I think. What is with the RGB cables? Listen, we need to stop. It's gone too far. It's gone too far. We gotta roll it back. We don't need LED cables. We can stop. Cables are fine as one color. Ah. It looks so badass though. I can't lie. I think it was Hardware Connects I was watching with this, and he was saying that this is just a really, really, really solid case for 99 bucks. Like, cable management's good. Oh, that was, yeah, it's in the picture here. You can, this is the top. So you see that the cable management is actually in the top of the box, which is really nice. Like, it's really nice to be able to pass the cables through there. This is a sexy little box, man. No, yeah, I mean, you're talking RGB? Yeah, Spencer's saying it does look kind of cool. I mean, that's the meme, right? Like, we could talk all the shit in the world about everything tech related. If it looks sick, some people want to buy them. Like, this is a little case. It's tiny. It's a mini ITX. What are you talking about? It's the size of a graphics card and a mini tiny motherboard. On my next gaming PC, I might do this. I might do this with my 8600K, to be honest. And then just use my 2070 to encode whenever I travel. Look at that GPU sag, though. Jesus. Hey, this GPU sag is probably really bad because of the cooling situation. You probably really want to mount this up there. Yeah, this is a cool case. I think you can do some cable management on the front too. Neat box. Very neat. Yeah, there's only, I guess there's 2 fans. I mean, I would use an AIO here for sure. I wouldn't use an air cooler for this box. AIO is necessary, I think. Cool. Thought that was cool to look at because I've been looking at like smaller form factor stuff, and this looks like a pretty good way to go. Unless you live in a shoebox, I don't get why you would do mini ITX. That's not really portable. Yeah, okay, well, like, I have a reason. Like, I want to travel around and be able to do streams portably. The 2070 allows me to do that with NVENC. It's not as good as Threadripper is, but it's pretty good. Good enough. And when you're lugging shit around in the back of your car, that's a pretty good space savings, dude. Like, I already have to drag a monitor, the camera, a whole fucking bag and stuff. Like, having a small case like that is kind of nice. Now, for Threadripper, I could never get it done because, first of all, I don't want a motherboard that small. But second of all, you get all the PCIe lanes full, and I have like 3 capture cards in my machine, so I can't be skimping on size there. I thought this was crazy. So moving on from that, would a laptop with an external GPU be a good alternative to that? I don't know how it works. Like, I don't know how that's a really good question. Let's think about this. So, if in my example, if I were to use an external GPU, right, with a laptop, it would be for streaming. Why, like, would that work? Could you pass the frames through the Thunderbolt cable to do the encoding? I don't think so. Because the encoding is on the chip. If it works, it would be pretty good, I think. But the new laptops, the 2060s, 2070s, 2080s, will do NVENC as well. So I was actually talking to Maynard about this, and I was like, he was looking for a laptop. I was like, you should hold out for a 20 series card, because then every time you go to an event, you could stream, and the stream quality will be like home. He's using NVENC right now. He was my test on me to see how good NVENC was. NVENC looks really good. His stream looks really good. Hound of Baskerville asks, do you feel you take more time looking at hardware than your girlfriend takes looking for clothes/shoes? It's probably close. No real use. Oh. Wait, Bamwich, did you just ask me if I play StarCraft 2? Nah, I'm Gold League, dude. I've played like 3 games. Okay. This, Bro, I've played that game every day for the last 8 years. Ah. Okay. So, yeah, this Meitu 16XS. Have you guys seen this? This is Android 9. It has... So, Snapdragon is 675, so it's not that good. But this thing is fucking $250. Let's Google this. Let's see if we can get a what it looks like in somebody's hand here. Because the other one was the Pokephone, right? That was the big budget, like boyo for a while. Man, I wish I could do this. I'd love to unbox shit all day. Check out my new smartphone. Look at this VPN. Check out this cryptocurrency. Am I a YouTuber yet, chat? I don't know, man. Build quality looks good, but I guess it's got to be plastic, right? There's no way it's like glass back. Is it glass back? That's pretty fast fingerprint reader. Yeah, this is a nice little phone. I mean, obviously, like, we've seen clones of this like a million times. The real key is the price. It's okay, Bamwich. I love you anyway. I need to just buy a huge studio. Fuck it. Looks like a nice little device. Oh man, is it 4,000 milliamp hour battery? Dude, this thing is a beast. Oh my god. And fast charging? It doesn't have wireless charging, does it? No. Okay. Is it 16 gigs of or 6 gigs of RAM too? Thanks, Hound. I appreciate you gifting that sub. Okay. I posted this on Twitter. All right, so it's possible. It's possible that you might have seen this. It's also possible you might not have. But I thought, listen, I kind of like. I couldn't believe this shit. When we did the PC part picker build, the thing that still boggled my mind the most was this right here. So, no, Hound gifted you one. So, when we did a PC part picker comparing the new Mac Pro, the thing that blew my mind the most was not the fact there's a 50% markup. Like, obviously I could buy the same Mac, the Mac like build for 50% less. What blew my mind is that the base MacBook Pro or base Mac Pro with an Xeon processor has 256 gigabytes of RAM, or not RAM, as like just storage. 256 gigs of storage. Just take that in. 256 gigs of storage. I didn't even realize it still sold SSDs with 256 gigs of storage. Mate. You could buy a 250 gig SSD for $29, and these fuckers have a 256 gigabyte solid state drive in a $6,000 computer. Can we please Bro. I'm sorry, I just had to complain about that. That actually blew my mind more than the $1,000 stand did. I gotta be honest. That blew my mind. Is there anything I want to get to? Yeah, okay, hold on. But Linus is being facetious because Linus didn't Apple it. He didn't choose the most expensive everything. He didn't choose the most expensive case or the most expensive power supply. No. He chose things that made fucking sense. So yes, it was literally twice as much. It was 100% markup. But if you chose the most expensive case, okay, for that R&D design shit that they're trying to peddle to you, then it's only $2,000 more expensive. So 50%. But yes, he's not wrong. It is 100% markup if you try and budget it like properly. That's true. He's right. All right, what do you guys think of this shit? We're kind of clearing an older queue, so you might have seen this on Twitter or on the internet. Apple's filing for a foldable phone patent, like a wallet. Look at that. 3 folds or 2 folds. Would you guys buy a phone that folded into a wallet? What's the danger of sitting on this shit? Honestly. Would you do this? I don't know. I feel like this is just... Nobody? Looks horrible. Why though? Well, okay, I imagine it's because they would like increase the phone size to significantly bigger. Like, if you could do a foldable phone like this, we'd probably be looking at like 9-inch displays. Like much bigger displays than currently. Right? Hound, what are you talking about? I think I might have to time you out. What are you even saying right now? Lunith being a silly head. We kind of looked at this one, right? Yeah, this is the case where you can like stand it up or lay it down flat. I don't need a lot in my front pocket like that. The only thing I need, I could see is screen protection, but no, it'd be to fit a bigger device in your pocket. Like, have you guys not seen the Galaxy Fold? Every single tech reviewer who used one of these said the same thing about it. That this is like easily the future of devices. Because look at the size of this tablet, right? And he was saying that, like, they've all said it, all separately, that they found themselves using this in this mode for everything except for calls. Right? Like, yeah, so it's not really like the way that it is. It's not because you don't really realize how thin phones have gotten until you fold it and fold it over, and it's really still tiny. Oh yeah, sure. Like, so Tebow Baggins says that it's the fold direction that he doesn't get. I respect that. I truly do. But yeah, look at how much space you get here. This is crazy in comparison to a regular phone. So if you can like fold this up in some way, that's nuts. You get so much screen real estate. All right. I don't really. The case is kind of. How to power this big screen? Obviously, there are 2 phones worth of phone. So now you get twice the battery. Maybe iPad is the market. I mean, I personally think that they're going to skip over the tablet. Hold on. They'll skip over the tablet market completely, actually, and do laptop size. I'll show you. This is a stretch, and I wouldn't bet that much on it. But I think this is it. This is the real future here. We'll get this before anything else, I think. Seriously. Look at this. This is a serious like thing. I think a little bit smaller than this, so it's pocketable. This is a genius idea. So forget about that little keyboard, because it actually comes like with a keyboard on the cover, I think. I think that's a keyboard there or something. Yeah, look at that. This little keyboard here. Look at this. Yeah, right? So imagine if this was just a little bit smaller and it's pocketable, right? I think you just throw your SIM in this and you're done. Like, that's it. It's already like a notebook size. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, Lenovo is like one of those sneaky little companies that they get so much shit right, but they just don't make a big deal about it. It's telling when like Unbox Therapy's PC of choice is an X1 Carbon over a MacBook. And he can buy, like, the thing when you look at tech reviewers with that much money, their tech choices are very interesting because they have no, like, money's not an object. They usually get the parts for free anyway. So they can choose whatever they want. Right? So they really are choosing the thing that they like the most. They're not just choosing what they can get their hands on. So it's kind of interesting to watch what they choose. Some of them do use MacBook because they feel like it's the Mac because it's the best, like, quality of notebook. But Lenovo's up there, man. They compete with the big boys. Lenovo also no. Lenovo doesn't load it with spyware. They load it with what's known as bloatware, and they stopped doing that. Oh, and I think they did do spyware for a little bit, but I think they've toned down on the meme because they got busted for it. But yes, I remember this. You're right. You right. You right. Their first big conundrum was bloatware. It's like, I think this is too big for, this is way too big for pocketable, right? But I think pocketing this is the future, like just a little bit smaller than this, because I think our wireless tech is getting good enough, like with smartwatches and with like, you know, headphones and whatever. I think that this is like, if you put a SIM in this, you can manage almost everything you need to do from some other device, and then you just open it when you want to browse the internet properly. Competition. Oh, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Sabamwich asks this is Surface competition. I wouldn't be surprised if this is legitimately like the next Surface like thing that they do. They're all trying to figure this out. Because this is huge, man. Because this is like, you're taking a legit tablet, like a real device, and you're just literally making the form factor half for travel. For travel people, this is amazing. Yeah. This is incredibly good. Right. I just want to get through this. We've already talked about the Master Mouse 510 by or 710 by quite a bit. So HyperX is their own switches as well now. I didn't really see what kinds they are, but are they like Hall Effect? Ugh. Sub Silent Spring. Hold on. Yeah, I cover. I'll like look at basically anything tech related. These are new, right? These are the new ones. No, I don't think they are. These are like brand new, brand new. It's crazy that they don't even have it on their own website. This is a linear switch. See, I was looking at this mainly because right now, the big meme is Hall Effect. Have you guys seen these? For those of you who don't know, Hall Effect keyboards are the new like, you know. The new big deal. Who made it? Who made it? I can't remember. It wasn't. Is it Steel Series? Yeah, I think it is the Apex, right? Okay, so yeah, these guys have this thing. No. So Steel Series has created a switch. You guys should see this. This switch has twice the durability of other switches, like 100 million presses, and it has no mechanical bump at the bottom at all. You don't actually click it like all the way. You push the key down, but it doesn't hit anything at the bottom. And you can change the actuation point. It can be anywhere, I think from 0.4 to 3.6 millimeters. So what it does is it creates a magnetic field, and then there's obviously like a magnet in the switch or something, and when you press it down, you can determine when you want it to go off. So there are Hall Effect keyboards in production, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, Steel Series is the first one to literally let you change how hard you have to, or how far you have to press it down. Within the keyboard itself, right here on this little screen. You can't see it. This little dial right here. You can just change the actuation point right there. Very neat. So the thing is that this is a weird keyboard for mechanical keyboard enthusiasts. It's difficult to say that you should buy this because obviously if there's no tactile bump, it's only a linear switch. So it would only replace reds and clears, or reds and silvers. Because blues, browns, black, all these other colors with a like tactile bump, it wouldn't make any sense to have a mechanical bump, because if you change the actuation point, the mechanical bump no longer makes sense. Like, it's not in the right spot. I mean, I have MX Silvers. They have no bump. I like them. I ordered a keyboard with reds. I liked reds. So if you're a fan of reds or silvers, this is the play, 100%, because you can just set what the speed is. What's wrong with a normal mechanical keyboard? People like customization. I mean, that's like saying, like, what's wrong with 10 megabytes per second down internet? I get my internets. I get my videos. Why do we need more? What's the reason? Tell me, streamer. Because we're humans. We want more. It's not enough. What was wrong with the modem? What was wrong with dial-up? Tell me. Why can't my mom interrupt my conversations on the internet anymore? Tell me, streamer. Please. Explain it to me. I mean, I'm being a little facetious, Alf, but at the same time, like, that's the answer. That's why I've owned, like, 10 keyboards. Because some things are not about what makes sense. All right. We made it quite a way through the list. I think it's time to play some of the video game, right?